Christina, and I had a request for a breathing / core exercise program. And so what we're doing today is simply activating our core the way it should be activated. Now, what's crazy about this is most people think that their core strength is based on doing crunches and sit-ups. Well, that's partly true, but we have these abdominal muscles that's what creates our six-pack, and they lay on top of all of our transverse abdominals and our obliques. And it's those transverse abdominals and those obliques that really bring our insides, like your vital organs, and tuck them in. So it's simply by doing these exercises, it will narrow your waist, and then the abdominal muscles, those will build as you do crunches, but that's not going to make your waist smaller. So just a little myth buster there. This breathing technique will do a few things for you. First of all, if you're a woman and if you've had children and your belly muscles open up, this is going to help close them back together. This will also help as we get deconditioned in our lives. So even men and women, our vital organs start to expand and they just kind of fall out between our muscles, and so this will really help to close all that in and bring that nice tight core that we want. Not only that, but when you have a nice tight core and you engage your breath, then this makes all of your other physical activity more effective, and then of course you're a lot less likely to be injured. So this is really a fundamental and a very basic and core, ironically, core thing that you need to have in place before you really engage in any other exercise program. So with that being said, we'll just start just like this, sitting cross-legged. You can do this if you are sitting at a desk. You can do it standing up, but really just so we can really focus in on our breath and getting in tune with how our breath works and how our core strength works. Now, most of us, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on video, we breathe up here with our shoulders and up here with our chest, but we don't want to do that. That's a no-no. We're going to start right here in our belly. So we'll relax our shoulders. We'll just let them fall into our back pockets, sitting up nice and tall through our spine, and our belly will expand as we inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now you can do this. Put your hand on your belly so you can feel it expand. You'll do this all through your nose. As you exhale, I want you to feel your belly button push towards the spine. You'll start to feel a contraction as you exhale deeper, 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 and hold it right up to that spine, and then inhale. The inhale is going to feel wonderful, and exhale. Keep going, keep exhaling. Pull that belly to the spine. Go ahead and breathe normally. We're going to expand on this and add to this combination. So as we inhale, we'll expand our belly. And exhale, I want you to, every time your exhale comes out a little bit more, your belly button comes and draws closer to your spine. So your waist, you're going to feel it getting small, small, small. And when it's as small as it can be, 10 quick breaths. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then inhale. Now, every time you exhale, that's just going to make your waist smaller. So a big inhale, out, and exhale. We hold. 10 quick breaths. Tighter, 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 tighter. Hold. and inhale. Exhale. And quick breaths. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. 10 quick breaths. And go ahead and relax as normal. Very good. Now, a couple things you may start to feel. You'll definitely feel the core engage. You'll definitely feel the tightness. It's almost like if every time you exhale, somebody's pulling that girdle tighter, 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 drawing in that waist. So you're going to feel that contraction. You're going to feel the tightness. And then because you're increasing your oxygen so much, you will also feel maybe you're starting to sweat, or maybe you're feeling lightheaded. This is just an increased amount of oxygen. Because you're sitting down, you should be just fine to start to breathe normally. If you do start to feel lightheaded, we are allowing the oxygen consumption to completely just rejuvenate our body. That's one of the greatest health risk factors that we don't even think about, and that's lack of oxygen. And when we have lack of oxygen, then we cannot heal properly. We live in high elevation, and we also live in a place of inversion. Most of us right now are spending a lot of time indoors. We're not getting the proper oxygen consumption. So you might be experiencing a few different weird sensations, but just know that that's normal. So let's try this again. Do 5 more times, 5 more cycles. A big inhale. And exhale. Super tight, quick breath. Inhale. And exhale. 10 breaths. Make sure that you're not using your legs. You're really being intentional on bringing that belly button closer to your spine. Exhale. Super deep breaths. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last 10. And breathe normal. Take a little break here. Now we're going to see how that breath is used in movement, and how that breath is used to exert more strength and power as we move through exercise. So we'll first start by coming onto our hands and our knees. This feels really good. It's early in the morning. Really haven't quite had proper stretching done, but that's my problem. Okay, so now that we're in our tabletop, the wrists, the elbows, and the shoulders are all in alignment. My knees are going to walk out just so they're underneath the hips. We make this nice, perfect tabletop. Same exact practice, same exact cycle. We'll inhale, allow our belly to expand, and exhale. Pulling in tight, and quick breaths. Inhale. Relaxes. In fact, you can drop your belly towards the earth. Push the tailbone up into your cow, and exhale. Cat pose. Just do a few of these. You'll start to notice your breath and movement connection. This is just with our regular breath. We're not trying to tighten our core at this moment. We're just taking advantage of the stretch. coming back to our tabletop. This time we'll extend one of our legs straight out. Now notice how my extended leg is parallel. It's not lifting up. I'm not trying to compromise my spine, but it's directly parallel. A big inhale, expand your belly. And exhale. Pull it super tight, 10 quick breaths. And return to center. Now you may notice, if you need a little break here, that when you started to breathe, that you felt less pressure in your wrist. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to minimize pressure in our wrists and in our knees by drawing all of the pressure into our core. So it really allows that to be what lifts us up. If you look at dancers and ballerinas and that type of a thing, they seem effortless. They seem almost like they don't weigh anything at all, weightless, as their partner lifts them up. This is mostly because they're using that core to lift them. So I want you to think about that as we practice the same side again, and this time we'll extend the opposite arm. So on our tabletop, big inhale. Exhale, extending the leg out, and the opposite arm extends as well. Now this foot, you can either lay it flat or you can flex it, just really depending on your balance. Okay, time to engage that core. Let's see if we can feel weightless in our supporting wrist. A big inhale. And exhale. 10 quick breaths. And exhale, switch sides. Just the leg, extending it out. Big inhale. And exhale. Quick breath. Inhale. Reset. Sit back if you need to. You can even relax in your child's pose here for a moment. In your child's pose, when you're breathing properly, you'll feel your rib cage push against your thighs. And exhale, and draw away from the thighs. Move back up. We have the other side to do, so we'll extend our back leg and then the front arm. Inhale and exhale. Quick breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Now we're going to move more fluidly through this. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, front leg, back arm. Inhale. Exhale, draw. 10 quick breaths. Now remember, the goal here is to pull that belly button tight to the spine. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Or return to center. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, center. And other side. Big inhale. Exhale, draw. 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, return. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. A big inhale. Exhale, front. We're just alternating sides here. Inhale. Exhale, draw in. 10 breaths. Release. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, center. Exhale, back leg. Front arm. Inhale. Exhale. Quick breath. Inhale. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, cat. One more time through each side. Exhale, cat. Inhale, center. Exhale, front. Inhale. Exhale, pull. 10 breaths. Release. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale, draw. 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, reset. Inhale, cat. And exhale, sit back onto the heels, and let's recover in a child's pose. You may notice that you're feeling a little winded, starting to perspire. You can continue to relax in your child's pose. Take advantage of this. I love child's pose. And allow your breath and your body to just settle a little bit. You can also, with your forehead, gently rest it on your mat, just to allow energy to leave through your forehead. So if you have stress or tension, if you have things that are pressing on your mind, as you exhale, in a very much more relaxed exhale, we just give that energy to the earth, to your mat, however you want to say that. It sounds a little mythical, but these are scientifically proven events that happen when we incorporate our mind and our body. Okay, so coming up out of your child's pose, and this next one is so much fun because it allows us to really use strength in our breath to have explosive and powerful movement. So don't be frightened by this next one. I'll give you lots of options. So starting in a modified plank. Okay. All right. Perfect. A big inhale. Let that belly expand, and exhale. Draw the belly in. We are just going to come right down here to the floor. Go ahead and rest your hands and look to the side. Now, as we inhale, this is really one of the most effective ways for you to feel this and make sure that you're doing it properly. So as we inhale, we'll feel our belly push against the floor. And as we exhale, that belly button's going to draw off the floor. We're going to try and pull it off the floor as much as possible. Now you're going to notice that your quads might tighten, your hips might tighten, your chest might be pushing into the floor. That's all normal. And from here, our 10 quick breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Hold the belly off as high as it will go. 10 quick breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, 10 breaths. And then just recover. Okay, taking our hands into cricket hands, as I like to call them, and flexing your feet. Now notice how my knees are off the floor. So this is our cricket. We're going to do the same breathing technique. A big inhale. Feel your belly really push into the earth. Exhale. draw the belly button off. Now, as you draw that belly button off, at the same time, you're going to put pressure in those hands. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale, really push. Put pressure in those palms. And then recover. Okay, moving on from here, you can just relax for a second. We're going to take this into a modified tricep push-up. So right from where you are in your cricket, a big inhale, making sure that those knees are off. Exhale, you can put your knees down. In fact, let's start with our knees down. A big inhale. And exhale, we push our body straight up. And you do that on your exhale by drawing your belly button in. So it's almost like your exhale is powering and pushing you straight up off the floor. So let's try this again. Starting in our bottom position, a big inhale. Exhale, push. And then recover. You can come down. Very good. A big inhale. Exhale. Big exhale movement here to get yourself off the floor. Lower. A big inhale. Now if you want to try more advanced, you will flex your legs. Those knees are off. A big inhale. And exhale. Lower. Big inhale. And exhale, push. Quarantine's made me weak. All right, go ahead and lay back. Relax. Very good. That may have felt really hard, and that's okay. So you can continue to practice that. And the beautiful thing about this belly exercise and this breathing technique is that it can be done anywhere, and I would highly encourage you to do it throughout your day. So you would do it maybe while you're sitting down reading, while you're working, while you're driving, and this, you'll just notice such a huge difference. In fact, in a couple of weeks of practicing this about 10 to 15 minutes a day, you'll notice an inch or two off of your waist, just because it's closing everything in and making it nice and tight. Okay, we are almost done, and hopefully you're feeling really good. Our next exercise would be, well, we've got two more, and this will be into our plank, and then also like in a crunch. This will just completely change the way you do crunches, and that's super fun to see. So in our plank, now if you have weak wrists, then you can do these on your forearms. Either way, it doesn't matter. I personally like to do planks on my hands. So I'll show both options. As we just did modified plank, or you can come down onto your forearms and then lift. Now let's go ahead and practice that technique. A big inhale and exhale. Pull the belly in, 10 quick breaths. Take a break if you need it. I'm going to switch to my hands. Here's your other option, a big inhale. And exhale, 10 quick breaths. And go ahead and breathe and relax. Another really good stretch for those of you who have a lot of office jobs, or you're sitting a lot with whatever, right now it's quarantine, so I'm sure a lot of us are sitting more than normal, is to make sure that we open up the front of our body. As we sit, we're always forward like this. So this just helps onto the knees. I'll take my fingers right here on my sacrum and then roll the shoulders back. You can use your hands to push your hips forward to open. And if you're feeling it, you can grab a hold of your heels. Some big deep breaths. This is our camel pose. Inhale up. Okay, another round of plank. So you decide where you want to be. You can be on your forearms with your knees down. You can even be on your hands with your knees down, or extended in either pose. That's really up to you. A big inhale and exhale into your position. Inhale, exhale, and 10 breaths. Inhale and exhale, 10 breaths. Inhale and exhale, recover. Back into that child's pose. Another really good stretch is to widen the knees on your child's pose. Walk your hands way out, bring them together, and then your hands behind your head. You can walk those elbows out so you can really feel the stretch in your triceps and through your shoulders, to the rotators. Just to make sure we're stretching out from that body. Leaning forward, even massaging that lower back. Make sure you've got support there. Open up those shoulders. Sometimes you have to roll them up. Just open them up. Perhaps grabbing for those heels. Last one, you're almost there. Are you surprised at how hard this was? I hope so, I really do. But again, practicing it lots of times during the day, you don't have to go through all these exercises. Just a simple cycle of breath will really help. Just keep your body up, make sure it'll help keep your body upright, posture good, and then also keep the oxygen consumption up. That's super important. Okay, so on our back. You can go ahead and support yourself as you roll down. Make sure that you've got a good distance between your shoulders and your ears here. Awesome. Okay. Same exact breathing technique. Now notice here that we're just laying on our backs. A big inhale up and exhale. Quick breath. Our feet will extend. Push the belly to the spine. Quick breath. Inhale. Exhale at an angle. This is where it gets tough because that belly wants to pop out. That belly wants to pop out, but we just learned how to keep it in. So a big inhale. And exhale. Make sure you push that belly button to the spine. Push the spine to the earth. 10 quick breaths. And bring the knees to the chest. Awesome. Little roll side to side. Very good. Grabbing a hold of the shins. Rounding and tucking. Start to build some momentum into some spinal rolls. Now on your spinal rolls, you really want to round through your back so that you have connection with each vertebrae the entire time. And slowly come out of this. Very good. All right, last but not least, hands behind the head. We'll make sure we have that distance between our shoulders and our ears. Now that we've got that belly activated and that belly button is pushing towards the spine, we'll lengthen our neck, tuck the chin slightly into our chest. A big inhale, and as you exhale, you push the belly button down and you lift the upper body. We're lifting with our chest and our shoulders, if that makes sense. We're maybe not lifting with them, but we're lifting them up with our core. As you notice, if you push your belly button down and you start to lift, it works together. And release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Now hold it up here, or 10 quick breaths. Push it. And release. Oh, that should be burning. I'm gonna do this one more time. Just take a couple of relaxing breaths here. A big inhale. Exhale, lift. 10 breaths, go. Inhale. And relax and recover. Just extend those legs out. Your arms can even come up all the way. Now, this is just meant to be relaxing. We're not trying to force our breath. We're not trying to guide our breath. It's just relaxed. So you can allow your body to do the same. Here are some good stretches that will help alleviate stress. And also, now that we've got all that fresh oxygen, we're going to make sure that it goes through to the appropriate parts of the body, into all of the systems. So bringing one knee to the chest, you'll notice how this settles your lower back. You'll extend the same arm as the bent knee, and then wrap this knee around the body. Now I like to wrap my foot under that straight leg. This just adds a little bit more intensity for me, but you can do it, you can try it. It's up to you. Looking to the extended hand. And just some big deep breaths. Really trying to relax the shoulders. This twist is providing fresh oxygenated blood to those vital organs. It's a really good detox. Okay, recentering, other knee to the body. And when you're ready, wrap it around, looking the opposite direction. Wrapping the foot under. Good. Go ahead and release this. You can use that shin or even both to rock yourself up. Well done. You did amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions or if you have any requests, please don't hesitate to reach out, post comments, and let me know what you think. Thanks, everybody. I can't wait to see you, by the way.